Welcome to Paste Studio on the Road. We're here in East Nashville at Instrumenthead Live with Maggie Rose. Maggie Rose, thank you.
Hi, hey everybody.
Yeah, man, this is so cool. It's wonderful to cross paths with you guys. It's been like not that long since we saw you last, but it seems like a lifetime has passed since the New York studio session to right now. So thank you so much for doing this.
Much has transpired since then, yes.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Indeed. And thank you for doing this on show day, which is a crazy thing. I used to say that regularly in New York. Thanks for doing this before running to the show. But this is the first time I've said this week. You got to run out to 3rd and Lindsley right after this for a show with Marcus King. So thank you for doing everything in one day.
It's unusual for me to hear that right now, too, after all these months and months of live music drought. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, and we're glad we could fit it in.
Yeah, well, it's good to be in demand. We're really appreciate that you're doing this with us today, and there's a ton of music coming up. What's happening first today?
So today, first we're going to start with a song called Help Myself that I recorded down at Fame Studios in Muscle Shoals, and it was part of this forthcoming record that I'm finally going to put out next year. But because of the content of it, and with the way this year was, we wanted to give people some music, and this just felt like sort of a love letter to everyone who doesn't feel like they know what the hell they're doing, because that's what this song is about, not being an expert on anything and sharing in that sort of feeling lost with everybody. So I wrote it with my friends Kyle Dredden and Whistle. This is called Help Myself. Diagnose myself with the internet. Minor aches and pains, death is imminent. I think this twitch in my eye might be permanent. You got a cure for it, I need a cure for it. I buy self-help books and card therapy. Found a quote that could calm your anxiety. If you could find the time, read it back to me. Might be what I need, might be what I need. You should try a hypnotist, see a guru. Gotta do this through cleanse, that shit's voodoo. Baby, we're all just out of our minds. One step away from fine and dandy, pills and candy. Gotta cut straight to the happy ending. Baby, we're all just out of our heads. Despite what the experts said, I'm only here to help. I just can't help myself. Kryptonite is comparison, but I take it every day like it's medicine. I wash it all down with the state I'm in to keep it genuine. What's that again? I'm journaling every day and meditating. I've been waiting, why am I not levitating, baby? We're all just out of our minds. One step away from fine and dandy, pills and candy. Gotta cut straight to the happy ending, baby. We're all just out of our heads. Despite what the experts said, I'm only here to help. I just can't help myself. Oh, I can't help myself. It's no secret, it's not a breakthrough. Sometimes life's hard, that's all good too. But maybe we're all just out of our minds. One step away from fine and dandy, pills and candy. Gotta cut straight to the happy ending. Maybe we're all just out of our heads. Despite what the experts said, I'm only here to help. I just can't help myself. Help myself. Help me
this sounds great. It's always such a pleasure to have you in the studio, and man, it's everyone will be extremely lucky to. Well, they're extremely lucky to be seeing you right now, and then at Third and Lindsley this evening. Man, there's a lot of chances to see you live. Can you talk a little bit about what this weekend? This is the third day of 3 shows at Third and Lindsley. You're playing with Marcus King tonight, he's one of my favorite living guitar players. You're one of my favorite vocalists, so that's going to be absolutely outstanding. Can you talk a bit about what those have been like and what it's like to try to make sense of the current climate and support yourself as an artist, support the venues that you love, and sort of navigate your way?
Absolutely. I mean, we love Third and Lindsley, the Basement East, which is right down the street. Like, these are all venues that are platforms for artists like myself and other people trying to get their music out there, and it's part of our community. So it's been nice to return to that stage. And Marcus definitely keeps me on my toes. He's just an incomparable musician, and so I need to know my stuff when I'm on stage with him. But it's been a great change of pace, and he can pack out big rooms like that, but because we're trying to keep these shows socially distanced and be safe, he spread out this concert series over 3 nights so that as many people as can attend will be able to see him while he's here playing in town. But it's been fun, and just to hear people clapping like right after the song is over is almost a sensation that you forget, and it's so exhilarating. So even though it's been a lot of work, you're so amped up just to be back on a stage doing something live. Even this, like, it gives me butterflies because I know that people are watching this in the moment, where over the course of this pandemic, people have started to revert to pre-taping things, and you just lose that urgency that you only feel when you're on stage in a live situation. So for the folks at home, I'm a little nervous, but it's such an honor because we miss this feeling, all of us. I think, we can't wait to get back out there and for things to return to normal.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel the same thing myself when I was packing my stuff up, knowing that I was going to do this, and it's a massive amount of work that goes into it and a massive amount of reward that comes back from it. So we really appreciate you being here, and we've got a great crowd right now, so there are a lot of faces on the other end of those cameras having a great time. So thanks for making this happen.
We're having a good time too.
Yeah. So we're going to hear a lot more music coming up right now. What's coming up second today?
So this is a song that I actually got to write with Brother Love and Alex Dad and Sarah Tomek, who's up in New York working on a Manolo Garcia record, which is awesome, and she's a badass drummer. But it was a product of the pandemic, and we had the tornado rip through East Nashville, which is our neighborhood, and we lost Kenny Rogers and John Prine and Bill Withers, and it just felt like a really tough time to be creative. But with my friends, we wrote 2020, and then a song you'll hear later, that's the B-side, and we learned how to engineer in our bedrooms, and this is the engineer, I just called you Dr. Love, Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Self-sufficiency is the name of the game this year, and it was really nice to be part of something so collaborative, even though we all had to do our part remotely, and writing these songs provided a lot of catharsis for us. So this is called 2020. It's about seeing more clearly in hindsight after everything that we've all collectively been through. I see 2020, but I couldn't see the tornado coming. Sat me down when I'm usually running. It's got me thinking about dumb things like money. But hey, I tried to say hi, but it took away Rogers, Withers, and Prime. But I thank God every day I'm alive, 'cause at least I see 2020. 2020. Just another day gone by. I'm a bird in a cage, forbidden to fly in a world changed overnight to a place that I don't recognize. Another storm We all got a weather. Does it have to get worse before it gets better? I'm staring down the thought that I may never hold you again. But if this is the way it's always gonna be, and 6 feet is where you can bury me. See 20, but I couldn't see the tornado coming. It sat me down when I'm usually running. It's got me thinking about dumb things like money. But hey, I tried to stay high, but it took away Rogers, Withers, and Prime. But I thank God every day I'm alive, 'cause at least I see 20. 20, 20, yeah. I'm homesick for a sanctuary. Everything I do is a temporary fix. Time to face it, we were all already sick. But I've seen strangers be neighbors, the stars shine greater. Now that I can see 20, but I couldn't see the tornado coming. It sat me down when I'm usually running. It's got me thinking about dumb things like money. But hey, I tried to stay high, but it took away Rogers, Withers, and Pride. But I thank God every day I'm alive, 'cause at least I see 20, 20, 20, 20, yeah. Oh, save the date. Don't matter how much it changes. Oh, how sweet it will taste when we finally know we made it. We'll see 20, 20. We'll see 20, 20, yeah. 20, 20. Caitlin Connor, everybody. My little flower child over there.
Man, you guys sound so good together, and I've been listening to the Quarantine 45 quite a bit, and it seems like the one that the B-side of that sounds a lot different. I mean, you've always been you keep things interesting. You don't repeat yourself musically, but it seems to me like the A-side and the B-side of this change. Have you found that writing songs changes more quickly now that we're all locked down and there's not as much sort of stimulus happening? Do your mood and hence your songs change more quickly now that the world is how it is? Or am I just reading way too far into that? Is that not the case for you at all?
No, I think it's been a year of fluidity for me as far as what I'm writing, and I collaborate with people who have sensibilities that are very much like mine, but they also bring a new sonic element to it. And we wrote this song at Alex's house, and this was also in that same season of just like, what is going on? We just had our whole calendar wiped clean, and it's one of those songs that has that sad lyrical content, but it's juxtaposed with this kind of cool 80s shuffle sound. So we were trying to kind of get back on the horse and write something after not having written a song in a while in the face of everything that was going on. So our mood dictates it a lot. I like to be versatile, and I try to not worry about genre confinements too much when I'm writing, especially if that's like the first thing you're thinking about. You can inhibit yourself from going somewhere pretty cool, which I think we did with this tune. It's called Only Human. Days gone by, feel I'm locked up in a cage. Ever since you've been gone, the city hasn't been the same. Candles that burn so bright have all been blown out. There's a fire in me, but the streets are empty tonight. Tonight, I remember December, but it feels far gone. Seems like forever we were together, telling the 19 so long. Now I'm alone here, can't take it anymore. I won't do anything, yeah, I won't do anything. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, baby, I'm only human. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, baby. I wanna get out. Oh, I wanna get out. Paranoia is getting so loud. It's got me looking over my shoulder, but there's no one around. It's the fear that has replaced all the angles of your face. No, I miss you desperately. Are you gonna stay away? I remember December, but it feels far gone. Seems like forever we were together, telling 19 so long. Now I'm alone here, can't take it anymore. Yeah, I would do anything, I would do anything. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, baby, I'm only human. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human. I wanna get out. Oh, I wanna get out. Life as I know it is empty, and I'm lonely, and I'm thirsty in a desert that once was overflowing. The music's gone silent, I feel like I'm dying. Your touch and your feel was all that was real. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, baby, I'm only human. I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, baby, I'm only human. Go through the motions, 'cause I'm tired of hoping. Look all around me and all the doors closing, but I never needed you like I do right now. I'm only human, I'm only human. I wanna get out. Oh, I wanna get out. I wanna get out. I wanna get out. With a shimmery patch.
That sounds so good. Thank you guys again for being here. I want to talk about the podcast. So the podcast comes out January 5th. You've got one called Salute the Songbird, where you get together with some of your favorite women and talk with them about music, about not music, about whatever. I know to me, Jen Hartswick and Nikki Bloom popped out right off the bat, but there's
Yeah.
going to be a ton of guests. Can you talk more about what people can expect from Salute the Songbird?
Yes, so I feel deprived of that socialization and that connection that we would typically get on the road. When we're out there, we bump into some really fascinating, awesome artists, and that's how we forge these relationships. So I've missed that. I want to prop up people that I'd like other folks to know about, and I'm also learning from some of the more iconic guests, like we had Nancy Wilson on, and she was so entertaining. And people from all genres. We'll have Martina McBride, and like you mentioned, Jen Hartswick, who's more of the jam scene. And it's kept me busy, and I just feel like I'm consuming all this great music and preparing for these conversations. And it's a way to connect with people and get some good music out there and heard. My sisterhood of women.
Good. Well, I mean, I'm glad that you are figuring out ways creatively to adapt and get what you personally and spiritually need out of life and connect with people, and also to communicate that to the world. This is very cool, and I'll stay tuned and look forward for that podcast. So thanks for doing it.
I can't wait. I think people will really enjoy it, and hopefully they'll learn half as much as I've already learned.
Well, we are only 3/4 of the way through this session here today. There's still more music coming up. Can you tell us what's happening last?
Yes, so this last song is from a forthcoming record, and I've been sort of mentioned this at the beginning of our time together, but this is a song called What Are We Fighting For? And it's very much about unity and communication, and it feels even more relevant now than it did when we tracked this at Fame Studios. But I'm so ready to get this project out there. We went down to Muscle Shoals, and we worked with some of the folks from Alabama Shakes, and some of the original Swampers, and Ben Tanner produced it. And it's making me very excited about 2021. Just another reason to look forward to this year being over and getting into next year. So this is called What Are We Fighting For?
This has been great. Thank you again so much for doing this on show day. You guys have to get out of here and get to 3rd and Lindsley now. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Brother Love. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Caitlin. This has been a lot of fun. And yeah, I wish that we could be there. We've got your show coincides with our next stream, so we're not going to be able to be there. But I think that it stays on the internet for 2 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the last night's show is on nugs.net, so they can see that for 2 days. And you can stream it on Lightning 100 tonight, the audio at least, if you want.
Nice. Well,
if you guys want more stuff to do after this is over.
Have a great show tonight. We'll look forward to the podcast, Salute the Songbird, that comes out January 5th. So thank you so much, and best of luck on the upcoming album. When we have more details about it, we hopefully we can do this again when we know more about
We'd love that.
All right.
We will be seeing you next year for sure. Thank you guys so much for having us. Thank you, everyone at home.